exercise 10. This is where we're going to compute the rate of inventory turnover and days sales in inventory. Okay, this is going to tell us when we're calculating inventory turnover how quickly we're selling our inventory, how quickly we're moving it and collecting, how long we're holding inventory. This is important because this is going to determine how what's happening with our sales. All right, so let's take a look at that one. And we've got Santa Fe Communications reported the following figures in its annual financial statements. It says compute the rate of inventory turnover and days sales in inventory for Santa Fe Communications, round to 2 decimal places. So we've got cost of goods sold, beginning inventory, and ending inventory. So we're going to need all of that information because our calculation, we're going to take cost of goods sold and divide it by our average merchandise inventory. Okay. So we're going to take cost of goods sold divided by average merchandise inventory, and that's going to give us our inventory turnover. Oops. Okay, and when we calculate that average, all we're going to do is we're going to take our beginning merchandise inventory plus the ending and divide by 2. Okay, so our average inventory we're going to take, looking at here, we're going to take our beginning with 500 plus our ending of 425 and add them together. So we're going to take 500 plus 425 and divide by 2. Okay, and when we do that, that's going to give us 925 divided by 2, which is going to give us 462.50. Okay, so that's our average inventory. So now we can fill in our calculation and use our cost of goods sold. So we're going to take 18,000. So the inventory turnover, we're going to take 18,000 and divide it by the 462.50. And that's going to get us 38.92, and that's times per year. So that's how many times we're taking all of our inventory and selling it, replenishing it, selling it all, replenishing it. So it's 38.92 times per year. All right. Now let's look at our days sales in inventory. Okay, so this is how long we're holding on to the inventory. The less amount of time we hold on to it, the better, because that means there's less chance of it getting stolen, having obsolescence, damaged, and the less cost it is to store it. Okay, so here we're going to take 365 days. We're going to divide it by the inventory turnover. So we got to know how to calculate the turnover before we can calculate days in inventory. So we're going to take 365 days divided by the 38.92 times, and that's going to give us 9.38 days is how long we're holding on to our inventory. Okay, so that's not too bad. It depends on what the industry, these things we would want to compare to the industry average, maybe a top competitor, and what management puts in place for what we think the policy should be. Okay, so if you have any questions on that, send me an email or post your question in the Chapter 6 questions forum.